Hello everyone. Ludek Pachman was Czechoslovak-German chess grandmaster and a political activist. His political views had led to his arrest and physical torture where he had almost died. But 7 years before this incident, he suffered a great torture on chessboard at the hands of the great Tigran Petrosian. The game we are going to see is a very sharp one. Through this game, Tigran Petrosian illustrates how a simple strategy of focusing on weak squares can lead to ultimate victory. This game was played in 1961 at Yugoslavia. Petrosian was white and he started with knight f3, c5, g3, knight c6, bishop g2. This is a ready opening. Black continued by playing g6, white castles kingside, bishop g7, d3, e6. From this moment, I want you to focus upon the black squares. You will soon see why. The game continued with white playing e4, black played knight g e7, Petrosian played rook e1, Pachman castled kingside. Now it would have been prudent to play d6 and cover the black squares. Anyways, the game continued with Tigran Petrosian pouncing upon the opportunity and playing e5. It was only now that Pachman played d6. The game continued with Petrosian playing a into d6, queen into d6, knight b d2. Now see, the aim is to focus upon this e5 square. Black plays queen c7. The I think the idea over here is to bring the rook to d8 and allow the queen to maneuver towards this b6 square, but I also feel that it's a lot of timing wasted by moving the queen. But anyways, the game continued with white playing knight b3, attacking this pawn over here. Black played knight d4. Now this, according to me, is a weak move. It leaves this e5 square with inadequate protection, but the idea behind this n d4 move was to open up the queen's channel to this pawn and protect the pawn. Anyways, the game continued with uh, white playing bishop f4, immediately attacking this queen and capturing this diagonal. Black played queen b6. In fact, it was better to capture this knight on f3 with check and then move the queen. Now what is happening is that this e5 d6 diagonal is completely under white's control, with the knight having a tight grip upon this e5 square. The game continued with white playing knight e5, black played knight into b3. Now again over here it was necessary that black should have played bishop into knight over here and allow some breathing space, but anyways this was not played. Black played knight into b3. The game continued with knight c4, attacking this queen and also now influencing this. It's this e5 and d6 square, and also remember this bishop is already controlling this d6 e5 diagonal. Queen comes to b5, removing the queen from the threat of knight's attack. White plays a into b3, black plays a5, white plays bishop d6. Now this pins up this knight over here. The rook is over here. You cannot move the knight. Black plays bishop f6, protecting this knight over here. But to me, bishop f6 is a blunder. Better was to unpin the knight and play rook e8. Anyways, bishop f6 was played in the game and Petrosian played queen f3. Queen f3 is attacking this bishop over here, and this bishop needs to be supported because this bishop is supporting the knight over here. So the simple logical move what black played was king g7, and now Petrosian plays rook e4. Now this benign looking move is like a cobra slowly raising its hood before it strikes the final blow. Just note two things in this position. First thing is that white has near complete grip upon these black squares with rook and queen supporting the grip, and the other thing is how the black queen is isolated in the king side, in the queen side, with no active play. And here black played rook d8. Black is unaware of the poison that is being drawn. Black innocently unpins his rook. The right move over here was to actually play knight d5 and give up an exchange. Now Iron Tigran's grip is unassailable. Can you guess his next move? Remember, it's checkmate in 7 moves. I think with this clue, it's easier for you to guess what the next move is. The challenge is to figure out the entire combination. Take 10 seconds to work out the combination. Ready? Petrosian played queen into f6 check. Of course, there is no other move. Black had to play king into f6. Then came bishop e5 check. King had to go to g5. Bishop went to g7. Again, look at this position. Look at the black squares. It's completely dominated by white. White has given up the queen, okay, but black king doesn't have black squares to go. It's only the white squares where it can move, and it is at this position where black resigned, because whatever black plays, it's checkmate. For example, let's say black plays rook into d3. The game will continue as c into d3, e5, h4 check, king goes to h5, rook into e5 check, king g4, knight e3 checkmate. How did you find this finish? Please comment on this game. Once again, thanks for watching this video. Goodbye.